Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Well, welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program, and of course this is where it all happens. We are talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. It happens consistently here on the business. So all are welcome. We have a few things to tell all. What's breaking the internet? So yesterday, NAWASA broke, hands down, the internet. I'm asking you the question tonight. What's breaking the internet? Oh yeah, we have a few things to tell you about. The reopening of the River Road, a lot of people wanted that. Son, so we go talk about our business. Also, NADMA said that they are now in a better position to respond to the needs of the community. The Grenada Public Workers Union, they said that they are attending a meeting with the Prime Minister and the Department of Public Administration on contract workers. They talk about the business. National Democratic Congress, they've launched 7 candidates for the next election. Businessman says that there needs to be a revisit to the way businesses are distributed in Grenville. We'll talk about that. We have other things to tell you about on the program if time permits. So again, welcome one and all to Mikey Live, news discussed, not told. Of course, we got to let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Coates, Grenada Limited, Digicel, NAWASA, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors. Thank you to all the sponsors. We're taking a break, coming back in a while. Don't forget, somebody sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit. Compliments, Digicel. We will be back, people. So brace all yourself.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's a Rika almond beverage, great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The NAWASA app brings the power of NAWASA's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
All right, so family, how we looking? Let's get straight into the business for now. And for those of you who have not yet done, share the business. Yeah, share the business there. Let me talk about a few things on the program right now. So earlier, the first thing that we have to tell earlier about by the River Road, it will be reopened. All right, a lot of you wanted it, and here it goes. So the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, they have sent out notice advising the public, in particular, well, motorists, that River Road, Public Road, St. George is scheduled to reopen to all vehicular traffic as of the 17th of February. Well, that's tomorrow. You understand? So, y'all, you'll be happy to hear that. Okay? You're encouraged, people, drivers, to exercise due care and attention. Due care and caution, we're telling all you, while using the roadway, this particular one. You can also expect slight delays in the flow of traffic due to the continuous work that is happening on the St. John's River Mitigation Project. So, the road open, drive with caution, be cautious, be careful, and expect delays. Alright? Good. Oh, yeah. So, we're moving. The next thing that we have to tell all about, boy, has to do with NADMA, the National Disaster Management Agency. They are saying that it is now in a better position. They are now in a better position to respond, they say, to the needs of the community with the construction of 2 generator houses to enable better, they say, functioning of the district operating centers. The project is funded by the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, that's CDEMA, under the Country Direct Fund, and is aimed at building the capacity at the community level. So we have the National Disaster Coordinator, Mr. Benedict Peters, who is providing us with an update about that.
The project funded by CDEMA under the Country Direct Fund was aimed at building the capacity at the community level. National Disaster Coordinator is Mr. Benedict Peters.
In the event of a hurricane, which is the most popular hazard that we prepare for, we need to make sure that there is what we call backup power. All right? So it's just building the robustness at the community level.
Mr. Peters provided some details on the buildings and additional work currently being undertaken on the project.
With that project, we have 2 generator houses that are completed. And right now we are doing the electrical infrastructure so that when we put the generators in, then all we have to do is to plug on. So the electrical infrastructure is presently being worked on so that whenever the generators are installed, then we will have power, backup power. So if Grenville goes down for any period of time, we will actually have power at our communities in Black Bay and River Sally, which are, the Black Bay will be serving the St. John's area and the River Sally will be serving the St. Patrick's area. So it's just part of the process of building the robustness at the community level in relation to disaster management.
In addition to building community resilience, Mr. Peters spoke to the other advantages the structure will provide. Austin Crosby of the Public Relations Unit of the National Disaster Management Agency.
There are 2 advantages here, though. The generators will be protected from the elements of the weather, and there's the natural weathering of the equipment, one, but also from the impact that could be generated from high winds during a hurricane or a storm. and also from vandalism, because the one that is there now, or what is on site, it's not, it's a single phase, so we need 3 phases. So you cannot really run the establishment at present, but they were vandalized also, so that will secure both from weathering and vandalism.
Yes,
Vandalize, you saying? Jan, nobody. On Tuesday, February 15, 2022, a delegation of the Grenada Public Workers Union, led by the President, Brother Brian Grimes, attended a meeting, they say, with the Prime Minister, Honorable Keith Mitchell, and the Department of Public Administration, the DPA, to discuss several burning issues affecting members, but primarily the issue of contract workers. They said that the meeting, which lasted just about 2 hours, was cordial and frank, and centered around the outstanding matter of contract and unregularized workers, many of whom are employed on various forms of contracts or without the benefit of any instrument of appointment whatsoever. Now the union, the workers' union, maintains that this group of workers is greatly disenfranchised and is heartened that both the Prime Minister and the DPA conveyed a deep acknowledgement and understanding of this problem. The union raised, they say, the issue of workers being placed in prolonged or prominent acting situations, while the estimates of revenue and expenditure for 2022 shows approximately 300 permanent established unfilled positions, and noted that that in most instances these job functions are responsibilities are already carried out by qualified and skilled workers, both permanent and non-regularized. Now, the head of the DPA, the Permanent Secretary, Rhonda Jones, outlined, they say, several of the initiatives and ongoing work by the DPA in recognition that the problem of non-regularized workers in the service must be fixed as a matter of priority or urgency. You understand? Both the parties, they say, agreed on a number of goals to be achieved in the short term, which aims to bring some immediate relief to contract workers, with several others to be worked on in the medium to long term, as both the DPA and the union acknowledged that the matter of regularization will take some time. Now, the union is pleased, they say, to have secured a firm commitment from the Prime Minister that cohorts of workers who have been consistently left out of the systematic salary increases as bargained for by the union should receive, as an interim measure, a salary increase of 4% within the shortest possible time. Yes? All right. Now, the union and the DPA has committed, they say, to ongoing discussions and monthly meetings, as both parties are desirous of working harmoniously to bring about resolution to the problem of the contract work and unregularized workers. Now, the GPWU, that's the union, remains optimistic, they say, about progress going forward to secure positive outcomes and benefits for its workers. We're moving on. How are we looking? Now, the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, campaigning on a platform of change and alternative government, today launched 7 of its candidates for the next general. We like it. Oh, election coming. Listen, this is the period. This is the season. Your boy will be in his element. You know, I love the business. You know, so folks, the thing start. So they had a thing in St. Patrick. They had a thing where they launched the candidates. So for the constituency of St. Patrick West, Joseph Andel, Tevin Andrew for Carriacou and P.D. Martinic, political leader Dickon Mitchell to contest the St. David seat. That where is Dickon, I want road. Mr. Joseph, I want road. Anybody coming in, I want road. we are living and are voting. Quincy Britton for St. Mark, Kireen James for St. John, Jonathan Lacrette for the constituency of St. George's Northwest, and the town of St. George, we've got Claudette Joseph. So all of them had a little something to say at today's lunch.
It is incumbent on all of us to ensure that our people enjoy a higher quality of life. And you, the people of the town of St. George, I ask for your support this time around. I ask for your vote, each and every one of you. I intend to focus as your MP with love, attention, and care on the things that matter to you. Better and more jobs, permanent jobs, better housing, wealth creation and empowerment. And one way I pledge to work to do that for you, the people of the town of St. George, is to ensure that each of you have your little piece of paper in your hand.
For far too long, the parish of St. David has been seen only as a parish that produces labor to supply other parts of Grenada. I intend to ensure that the parish of St. David is transformed into a commercial hub where full employment is provided to all of the citizens of St. David. Our secondary school has been falling apart for many years. And despite the talk of addressing it, no urgency has been demonstrated in doing so. I pledge to you, citizens of St. David, that I will make the building of the new secondary school so that our young men and women have access to a facility that allows them to pursue their education in a comfortable and motivating environment is made an immediate priority.
November 17, 2015, 6 years ago, is a date I hold dearest to me. It is a date that has changed my life forever, one that has set the precedents for my future, one that was not imagined or planned by me, but destined by the powers of God. To my political brothers, Ian, Tevin, and Ron, I am forever grateful to have met you three strong young men filled with fervor and thirst for change for our beloved youth and country. And it is with this same youthful exuberance, a burning desire to see real development happen in our country, my love for politics and nation building, the call from the people, and a sign from God that now is the time for us youth to come forward in a meaningful way. I have offered myself to be a servant for the people of St. John.
I'm no stranger to the people of St. Patrick West or St. Patrick as a whole, and I pledge to you that, as I've been doing for the past few years, I will always be with you. I am the one you see fighting for the protection of Mount Rodney Beach. I am the one you have seen over the years advocating for a complete and successful breakwater project for the protection of Lewtown. To the workers of our country, the public officers, teachers, police officers, retirees, I am the only politician in St. Patrick that you have seen over the years standing shoulder to shoulder with you in your struggles for justice and equality. I pledge to continue doing what I've been doing, but even more intensively.
I am Jonathan Lacrette, and I am also the NDC's candidate for the constituency of St. George's Northwest. I have been given a special task and responsibility. It has been thrust upon me, and I intend to ensure that to the best of my ability, I rally together with the constituents of St. George's Northwest to ensure that our community-based programs and projects that I have already begun to set in motion on paper, that they are realized, materialized, and that they come into fruition so that the constituency of St. George's Northwest can be transformed into a community. I accept the endorsement by political leader, the national executive, and also from the constituents of St. George's Northwest, whom I have been engaging with for the past couple months. I want to ensure that my representation to you is one that is without prejudice, that is without ill will, and that I serve the interests and well-being of all of the people of St. George's Northwest.
It is with great pleasure and I feel very proud this morning to be standing here from the constituency of St. Mark. At the age of 12, I began an interest and start paying attention to what is happening in our constituency in St. Mark. If it's one thing that I could say that St. Mark, we are very loyal. And we have been loyal to one organization that has kept us in a state in which the French had named us Grand Pauvre. This was the reason why I stepped forward. Rather than staying on the side and just talk, I stepped forward to be the change that I want to see in my constituency.
Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the house this morning. I am Tevin Andrews, the NDC caretaker candidate for the constituency of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and the next member of parliament for Carriacou and Petit Martinique. For far too long, the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique has been treated like the unwanted stepchildren. And for far too long, we have been taken advantage of. For far too long, we have been neglected by our elected representatives. Whether it's healthcare, sustainable infrastructure development, the issue with inter-island travel. Presently, we have no plane traveling to Carriacou, and the ferry services only travel on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's a major issue. Don't talk about the economy of Carriacou and how that is impacting the economy. But we can talk about all the issues of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. But I want to say to the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique that the time for change is now, and I want you, the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, to be part of the change that is coming to this great nation.
Thank you very much, Brother Tevin Andrew, and all the other candidates. And folks, here begins the whole thing. I guess as much you'll start to see a lot more happening with regards to the NDC now that they have launched these candidates. In fact, after the launch, they went into some communities and had a little pop-up meetings and so on, So folks, the thing start. I'm going to tell you that on election night, there's no other place that you need to be but here. We are about the numbers, and nobody does the numbers better than we do. We are not mathematicians, in any stretch of the imagination, but we understand the numbers and how to deliver it to you, the people, on the night. The night that matters. So, although we go thing for all, yeah. Alright? We're going. How are we looking? Oh, yeah. Businessman, Mr. Ian Thomas. He's concerned about how things are going in Grenville. Now he's saying, as it relates to the kind of businesses that there are in Grenville. He's saying that there seems to be a takeover of foreign businesses in Grenville. And he's saying that there should be some sort of revisit to how businesses are developed and distributed in Grenville.
Yes, business opportunities for Grenville. Grenville is ideally designed to have a wide array of business explosion taking place. The unique design of Grenville, that might be the only town in Grenada that is somewhat in an oval shape where you could walk around and access everything that you need to access. Now, what we have witnessed over the years, we have a saturation of, how you call it, foreign trade taking place. Basically, the majority of the businesses that are owned in Grenville are owned by persons outside of our culture, our ethnicity. And what that does, it takes away from our locally earned revenue, and it's been exported more or less. Because, for example, the majority of the stores that are in Grenville, they purchase their material or their clothing from outside of Grenada. So that is loss of revenue for the people of Grenville. Yes, they would take the hard-earned dollars and go into the, the foreign stores, the Syrian stores, the Indian stores, and these Indians and Syrians pay our Grenadian sisters and brothers next to nothing in some instances. Some folks work for probably $12 and $15 a day. Yes, and the bulk of the money is exported to the country of their origin for banking purposes, probably for shopping purposes, and we get the minute percentage of whatever it is being spent in these places. So we need to have a revisit or a relook as it relates to the composition of how the business is distributed in the town of Grenville. And
that's a very interesting angle, because some may also argue that the same happens in other parts of the world where, for example, Brooklyn, where people go and they go to seek greener pastures, and so a lot of the money that they make there is taken back or is sent back to, we were talking about the remittances for last year, over the years, so I don't know. It's a kind of situation in true. Yeah, maybe it's a case where we as locals probably would need to be a little more aggressive, or need to be as aggressive as other people are being. Yeah, and see where it goes from there. And it starts even with the banks, even with the lending institutions, even with our own people. When we see people looking like that, with it all under the elbow, yeah, white, it was hard. We treat our own people like if you have to sing for your supper. But when other people come around, you know what I mean? It's like a walk in the park for them. So we have to understand too how we are responsible for where we are. I ain't making it up. Don't let me talk, We have to understand how we contribute to where we are as a people. Because we don't respect we own. You have to look and sound different for anybody to take you serious around this place. I ain't making it up. I know the struggle. I run a small business. What do you know I run a small? The amount of money that little black boy had to spend just to keep a business running, to employ 2 people. Never one day this little black boy has ever gotten $1 in concession to say, Mikey, I bring a little thing, thousands of dollars. Understand? That's how the system operates. So we have to ask ourselves, how are we responsible? How are we contributing to our people not being able to move as aggressively as others? Ain't making it up. You understand? In duties alone, I could build a whole house. 2 years of duties, And I tell you all, if I put the records, I'll go see for myself. Me not making it up. For every dollar I spend on an item, I have to pay 2 to get the items in my hands in Grenada. I am not making it as a small businessman. So the system, it mashing us up. You understand? Whereas others are getting a pass, an aisle pass. Well, of course, if somebody give me an aisle pass, I'm taking it. So we can't even blame them people. If somebody give you an aisle pass, you don't taking it. So we don't blaming them people. You understand? I can't see myself blaming nobody. Lebanese, Indians, Chinese, whoever they come from. Because we have made it attractive for them. And for ourselves, hey! What's your name? Your address? Your number? Your date of birth? Your grandmother date of birth? Your great-grandmother date of birth? How many children they had? What jobs they had? What color house? Their land? Their vehicle? They're drilling as deep as they could to find out, aha! Moment to say you're not qualified. You understand? Somebody say, talk the things, Mikey, talk the things. You understand? You're talking the things. Lee's mayor say, Mikey, what business you have? Oh, God. You got jokes. Anyway, so we have to really do some introspection and find out where it is that we are doing our people a little bit of injustice. You know what I mean? So let me leave that talk. Yeah? They are jokes. You got jokes. Anyway, so let me leave that one. So, Olia. And so that's his concern. He's saying that the way things are distributed, we have to look at it. I agree, we have to see. We have to look at it, but it's what are we looking at? Yeah, I agree. We have to look, but it's what are we looking at? Rolanda McQueen, who is also a businesswoman, well, she actually is the owner of Montpure. And she too is saying that Grenville is like the bread basket, as we call it. You know, a lot of things, you know, it's always bustling with activities and so on. But she says that she believes that it has been neglected to some extent.
Always. Grenville has been neglected, but I think if we put more effort in Grenville, we will be surprised. Everything you can find it up here, all kind of, you go into the market, you can find every herb that is on the island. You can find what food, I mean, even I come to Grenville most Saturdays to buy ackee. That is African food which is sold by the people from Munich. It's only in Grenville you can get it, you know, but I just think it's the market was put into Grenville and people think, well, that is the end of Grenville. There is so many clothes shops and things like that, but there is not enough food place. If you want something really nice to eat, there is no way to sit down in Grenville. If you want to say, I want a cup of tea or do something, I just think Grenville has really been neglected. It's such a busy. I think since they moved the airport down to St. George's, it seems like Grenville has been forgotten, and we have to change it. We have to change that.
Thank you very much. All right? Yeah, all right, good. So how are we looking for time? Whoa, yo, time flying, boy. You know what I mean? Folks, we have something big coming. We have something coming for all you, I'm telling all you. You understand? Well, let me do that talk for another time, I speak. We can't run another time. Somebody share the program now, man. Oh, it is all the thing, share the thing. And somebody was also making a comment on the thing, which is also true, that we as a people too, we need to band together and see how we can make business, we can work together to make our businesses thrive. But instead, I see a lot of us, we are competing against each other. And that might not, I mean, it's good to be in a competitive environment, but that should be aimed at getting the customers to enjoy a better product, a better service or so. Yeah, not to see another man fall. Yeah, so you would find that there are business models that others use that are successful, and we as Grenadians, we see that, you know, but we're not willing to go them kind of road. You understand? Because, we are about we. You understand? But if we work together, probably that will realize a better outcome for us. You understand? I remember going into one store, I asked for something. The owner of the store said, I don't have it, but go to that other store and you will get it. Right? How much of us are willing to do that? To say to a man, listen, I do not have that product or service that you're looking for, but I know somebody else who does. And pass that on. But no, we don't want to do that because why? We don't want to see our competition benefiting. Anyway, we take a pause for our cause and come back in our little with the national report. We are going to also have the weather for you, and if we get the how to call it in time, the how to call it what you know what I'm talking about, then you'll get that too. All right. So all let me take the thing and we're coming back. And all stay right here. We go time.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call superb distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Ministry of Health encourages caregivers to be attentive to avoid placing unnecessary burden on the health system. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Wednesday, February 16th, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The Ministry of Health is encouraging caregivers to comply with the regimen for people under their care to avoid undue burden that is sometimes placed on the General Hospital. During the government's weekly post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday, Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Taisha Donald said those charged with caring for the sick need to ensure that they receive adequate care and their medication is given as specified by their practitioner. She says they want to discourage the continuing trend of total dependence on the hospital to care for the elderly, especially during festive periods.
During festive seasons, family members sometimes, look at the hospital as let's say a daycare. So what happens is that medication sometimes is not given. Patients end up in hospital, and then the persons who are caring are free to socialize. And this is a trend we have seen over many years, and it continues to happen.
Over the Christmas period, the Ministry of Health recorded an increase in the number of persons admitted with chronic non-communicable diseases. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell is pleased with the progress of the first phase of his legacy project within the St. George Northwest constituency, the construction of a vendor's booth and interpretation center at Dragon Bay, along with the upgrade of the bathroom facility there. The project has been executed through the Bouchejoux Eco Development Association, Inc., a community-based organization that was officially incorporated in 2019 with the vision of improving communities in the St. George Northwest constituency. The Prime Minister underscored the significance of the community's involvement in pushing ahead with the project, and he expressed a desire to see similar examples of community initiatives across the country. Dr. Mitchell says Dragon Bay is a special area taking into consideration its history, and its enhancement forms part of a wider project that includes the Bouchejoux area.
We realize the tremendous importance of this area and the value. So when we see the opportunity that came with the culture park right there, the beauty of the place for tourism activity, the fact that we can train people for a serious livelihood in this area and development, I sought the help of the Chinese, and I say, look, before I leave government, I want to be able first to have a vendors market in the Bushaju stretch, to be able to for a tourist stop that would an area just like this stop in Granite Tang and other places, given the history of this place. You come here, you go to the Bushaju area there, and you can buy all the artifacts, you can train the people to run some of the booths that we're going to put there. And they decided, look, they want to help.
During a site visit on Tuesday, Dr. Mitchell expressed appreciation to the People's Republic of China for its generous support for the community-based initiative. David John is the contractor for the project. He told the GIS the vendor's booth is set to be completed within a week, while the bathroom facility is around 80% complete, with completion expected in the next 3 weeks.
To create restroom facility for the public, per se, tourists likewise come to Dragon Bay or intend to go to the sculpture park. Whenever they come show, they can have a decent restroom facility to go to. We are constructing there 4 bathrooms, 4 toilets, 2 bathrooms. The bathrooms will it will be divided into 2 sections, male, female. The male section will carry an additional 2 urinals with face basin. The ladies section will have 2 additional face basins. But you also design it so that the disabled could access it very easily. So you have a disabled access.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Count me, because we all count.
Count all of us. Nothing about us without us.
Count me.
Count me. We all count too.
Count me.
Count me. We all count too.
Count me. We are people too.
Count all of us. Nothing about us without us. Because we all count for the coming census.
Welcome back. Following the groundbreaking in November of last year, significant work has been done under the EC $2.8 million Limley Agricultural Feeder Road project in Carriacou. 500 feet of concrete road and box drain have already been constructed, as well as major driveways and culverts under the 8th-month cycle project. The Limley Feeder Road is the final project for Carriacou, with the Cherry Hill Feeder Road project having been completed in October. Contractor James Stafford from Skies Construction Limited said the project is expected to be completed at least 1 month ahead of schedule. He explained that the work was divided into portions to avoid extensive delays and inconvenience to residents.
We plan to do the first section at the bottom, right, which is about the first 15-20% of the road at the bottom end. And that, as you can see, that is where the major sets of houses and driveways and walkways and so on are. So our plan was to get that done, and then we did all the entrances, the driveways, the gaps, and then what we did, we prepared the drain, and we do the surface, we do some surfacing. So we already completed about 500 feet of the road in that area, including a lot of the driveways and entrances to the house. So within the next week, we will be opening up that bottom section.
Stafford said the second phase of the project will start next week on the other section of the road.
We'll be going up at the top end at the beginning at 00 and prepare the drains, come right down to where we stop here now. And then once we get done with the drains, we will continue the road to go up. We already do all the groundwork. 90% of the earthwork has really been done. We remove all the topsoil, all the soft spots and everything. We do testing, we resurface the entire road with the gravel and the base, sub-base. And we already do testing and so on. The test result was very good, in some cases 110, you know, and the concrete is more or less, we have sent some tests, and within the first 7 days of the lab, we are hitting 4,000 plus PSI, so you know that we have some good work on the ground here.
The 2 feeder roads in Carriacou are part of an overall $53 million agriculture feeder road project, which includes the construction of 13 roads and 6 bridges. Continuing the news, the National Disaster Management Agency NADMA is now in a better position to respond to the needs of the community with the construction of 2 generator houses.
St. Patrick's area at present, but they were vandalized also, so that will secure both from weathering and vandalism.
Austin Crosby of the Public Relations Unit of the National Disaster Management Agency.
That story just ended the national report for Wednesday, February 16th, recapping the top story. Ministry of Health encourages caregivers to be attentive to avoid placing unnecessary burden on the health system. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Thank you very much, and it is now time for the weather. And we see here the weather is expected to be generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated shower. Now, tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be about 23.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. And the marine advisory remains in effect. Now, the tides are going to be low at 10 o'clock, a few minutes from now, and will be high at 4 a.m. As it pertains to the weather for tomorrow, God's willing, that's Thursday, the weather is expected to be generally fair and windy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the possible morning and nighttime shower. Temperature high is expected to be about 30.5 degrees Celsius and minimum 24 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells, and a marine advisory will be in effect for tomorrow, God's willing. Now, we expect there to be some showers, so for the farmers who've been complaining of the heat, I guess as much that you'll get a little thing. It's a forecast, but let's hope the forecast holds true. All right. We want to say hello to all the folks who are currently viewing on YouTube. My mom and everyone else. Hello to you, Velma, and the rest of the crew tuned in on YouTube. And we'd also like to say hello to all of you currently tuned in on Facebook as well. We did not receive the how to call it, the dashboard, so we had to move on, you know what I mean? So what we have for you is just to say hello to Jacinta, to Shireen. Yes, Shireen. Copy and paste 100 times. Go on. Java, Kirin, Eunice, Delian, Ezran, Praise and Worships, Cynthia, Angel. Praise and Worship, didn't you used to be on YouTube? I can't remember. YouTube? I can't remember. But anyway, big up. Vicky, Teresa, Marvin, Bermuda, what's up? Angel, Wendy Ann, Celine, Bernadette, Yvonne and Liz. Blessings to you as well, Liz. Who else? Everybody else, really. Avril is there as well. All right. Simone, Claire, Rolander, and everyone, Mom and everybody. Those of you who have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to please go ahead and share the business. So we're taking our rest now for the rest of the night, and we wish that you rest as well. The rest is important. You don't want to crash, you know what I mean? Yeah, we know how that goes. So anyway, take care, guys. All the best. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja, Karen Asure, and Alistair. We all say, Ja. No, take care.